Want a couple of jaw-dropping stats?
Yeah.
A couple of nuggets. Jamal Murray, 18 for 18 from the foul line in this series. The Nuggets now 19-4 in games decided by 4 points or less this season. That is
it's
impressive.
Just wasted information.
That is impressive.
That was a good game tonight.
Man, it's been an unbelievable series.
Yes.
Now we're heading to Game 5 in Denver. And we're heading to Inside the NBA, presented by Kia, 30 seconds from now.
We didn't bet. See?
Okay,
now only the best teams remain. I'm talking countless heroes with extraordinary abilities coming together for this epic battle. Although only one could be victorious, all will give everything for their team, for their city, for greatness. Watch the 2019 NBA playoffs live.
Man, oh man, oh man, are these guys playing a series, the Blazers and the Denver Nuggets, and looking at a chance to fall down 3-1. The Nuggets respond in Portland to even up the series 2 apiece.
We didn't bet, man.
Chuck, you didn't hear me say make a lot on yourself?
Yeah, but we didn't come up with a number.
Kenny,
I did hear him say
that.
But then there was no number, and the usual bet,
no problem.
Bet wasn't established.
The usual dinner bet, very good.
It wasn't established.
Yeah, it was very good.
Established.
So,
that was, man, I'm telling you, this was a fun game.
No, it's the series. I mean, you come after that 4 overtime game with this one that looked like it might go there. Denver hanging on, and we go to the highlights as Dame Lillard and the Blazers look for a 3-1 lead over Jamal Murray and the Nuggets.
This was a gutsy game by both teams. I know they were exhausted.
Well, you tried this in a game of horse. You hang an H on somebody, don't you?
Does that count?
Yeah, they counted that now. They said you can shoot it behind the backboard.
As long as it doesn't touch.
As long as it doesn't
Interesting.
touch. Yeah.
This kid came to play today.
Oh, he did.
Woo, man, right at Ennis Cantor.
He's been good since John Calipari stopped holding him back.
Dame Lillard.
Yeah, okay. Come with me, man. I'm going to cheat.
And then who got hot from 3?
Who's that?
The other Curry.
Yep.
Seth.
Oh, man, he looked sufficient.
He had 14 in the second quarter.
Sufficient.
He's a better player than his brother, too.
Well,
he said
in the last 48 hours.
Just kidding, Steph.
Last 48 hours.
I'm just kidding, Steph.
Oh, they're going to use him in the second half, though.
63.
Swing it.
Oh, this is good right here.
63 to 57 at the half. Blazers on top at home where they had won 12 in a row in their gym. We go to the third quarter. And in the third, Denver outscores Portland 27 to 14.
Tough shots.
They are.
Bill Sapp, uncontested 3.
Everybody chipped in. Will Barton, to me, was fantastic in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man.
Jokic.
Come on, Big Honey.
Open.
Come on, Big Honey.
Big Honey is
Big
right.
Honey. Man, Big Honey be balling,
Hook
man.
from Big Honey.
Big Honey be ball in.
84-77 Denver going to the fourth quarter.
Step back, step you back.
DJ McCollum. He had 29 to lead Portland.
That was all.
That was a
Loose ball.
Look at his pass.
Look how calmly Jokic just feeds that to Murray.
You know, I tell you what, Jokic looks like one of those guys in the hood, Ernie, get picked last, and he always wins.
Lillard strong to the hole. 96-93. Willie B. Buckets.
Got it.
Will Barton for 3. And then Gary Harris with a mid-range.
He's saying the hood doesn't know how to judge.
104 to 100.
Oh, nice cutter.
Lillard,
Nice.
2-point game. Where are you going to go if you're Denver? Shot clock winding down.
Will the thrill.
Again.
Will the thrill.
107-102.
Oh, right back at you.
Rodney Hood, who was so huge in the 4 overtime game, connects. And Lillard got an opening.
Oh.
Should have tried to dunk it like
112-110. Yeah, right.
This kid
And
didn't.
here's Jamal Murray.
His free throws ain't even touching the rim.
No, not even thinking about it. 11 for 11 on the night from the stripe. 18 for 18 in the series.
But this was big. Could have been a 3. If it was a 3.
Oh, that was a 3 would have changed the whole. something.
What's on the line?
Scott Foster took another look, said that right toe is on the line, and it is. It's a 2. So it cut the lead to 2.
That's a hell of a rush.
And then that man again at the line, Jamal Murray. 116, 112, and the Denver Nuggets. Just like the San Antonio series, in Game 4 on the road, they win to even the series. They went on to beat the Spurs in 7. We'll see how far this one goes. Game 5 is Tuesday in Denver. Here's Mike Malone.
It's kind of hanging in the balance. You know, you go down 1-3, we all know how that story ends. So, you know, I think the confidence of doing the same thing in the first round against San Antonio helped us. But our guys stepped up. We're never afraid. We stayed together. And I can't speak enough about the resiliency and toughness of our team.
Coach Harrison, when BS in Denver, you just spoke about this a little bit, but especially with the injuries Jamal's battled through this series and really the entire playoffs, and how he's gone toe-to-toe with Damian Lillard here over the last few games, just what has that shown you about him?
Yeah, it shows you that Jamal Murray's got a tremendous amount of grit, toughness, and I know I use those words all the time, but I think it really applies to our group. You think about how young we are and what we're doing, you know, going on the road and winning a tough Game 4 in a hostile environment. And for Jamal to be the centerpiece of that has been phenomenal. You know, this is our 11th playoff game, and our wins, Jamal Murray's stats are off the charts. And, you know, if you're a Denver Nugget fan, you know, how excited are you about this team now? But more importantly, how excited are you about our future? You know, we have a chance to be a really good team for many, many years, and Jamal is going to be a really big part of that.
Man, was that win huge for the Denver Nuggets. And Jokic, another triple-double, 4 of those in these playoffs. Murray, huge, back-to-back games of at least 30, had 34 tonight.
We never really talk about this, but Chuck knows what I'm about to say. When you're a go-to guy that likes to give up the ball, you guys play extra harder for you. So, you know, Jokic is a go-to guy. Murray was the man tonight, but, Jokic really touches the ball a lot. But because he's a great passer, guys cut harder, they play harder, they're at their spots. He always makes the perfect pass, and guys, step up and play well tonight. Mike Malone made the statement that they're never scared, and they are never scared. I like Denver from the start because they always do it by delegation. It's always somebody different. But when your go-to guy gives up the ball, the others will play harder.
As I said when this playoff started, America going to get to see this big honey. He is amazing. The passes he make, when you've got a quarterback, there's a lot of quarterbacks can throw it through that wall, but they never can make the soft passes. He can throw it through a wall, and some of them passes he make from me to Kenny, he could catch it, he could just pass it. And sometimes you can catch guys off guards, they can't catch it. He gives the perfect pass, the perfect speed. And to piggyback on what Shaq said, it would be fun to play with somebody like that who you all I got to do is move and he going to hit me.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps everybody in the game at all times when you got a guy like that.
But the thing is, the thing he does is really unique. On a lot of teams, the guy's looking for their favorite player or the guy their number one player. He gets everybody involved.
And to me, just watching as a fan, it's the thing that hits me is watching the composure and the poise and the calm, no matter what point of the game it is. It's never like he gets frantic. It's like he's got the ball and he sees this and it's bang.
Yeah.
And he's been tremendous in this series.
Yeah, he has been. He's redefined the position because we've seen a point forward. Now we're seeing a point center. He's basically playing from the point guard position every time. So he's making passes. So it's interesting when I'm watching him. I'm thinking as a point guard, I'm like, oh, he's open. And I'm like, oh, but he's the center. So he's, again, I think I said this the other night, he's in the area of the floor 85% of the time where the point guard traditionally had been. And so all of those passes and everything he does. So if you look at Rondo, if you look at LeBron at the point forward, you look at Chris Paul, you look at all of the guys.
He's just the first guy who's 7 feet tall.
He's the first center that play from that position. But the fours have been moving. Now we moved it to the 5 spot.
Yeah, and Mike Malone said in his media availability, he said, look, we all know the numbers when it comes to being down 3-1, if that's where Denver found themselves. 238 and 11 when you're up 3-1. 238 and 11.
I want to give both of those teams a lot of credit because to play a 4 overtime game and come back this quickly and put on a tremendous performance. Shout out to the Blazers and the Nuggets.
116-112, the final, Game 5, Tuesday in Denver, right here on TNT. And you follow Shaq's suit down a rabbit hole. Ooh, that is mysterious. Why is the Jet dressed like Joe Pesci and my cousin Vinny?
Actually, one of my
Andrew,
five
that's the
greatest
best tweet
movies.
of all year, Andrew.
My cousin Vinny is one of my five greatest movies ever. And you look like Joe Pesci.
I never looked like Joe Pesci.
You two youths.
What, you were serious about that? Okay.
You think it's funny?
When we come back, we're going to head to Philly. Game 4, Raptors and Sixers. Talk about another big road win.
Your grits and water soaking your grits faster than doing everybody else's grits.
My suit is like fine wine, brother. Just fine wine. That's all. It's wine colored.